Welcome back to Men Not How, and we are the Keepers of the Grave. So, you guys, today we have a very special guest for you guys. Welcome back to the podcast. I know you guys, a lot of you guys been asking for the podcast, and we've been working on a few things, trying to collaborate with other channels, upcoming channels as well, and just local people here in the greater Los Angeles area. So if you do have, a paranormal story or something paranormal happened to you that you need to document and you want to declassify, please reach out to our email, which is going to be down here. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, that's menahhow.hw. No, sorry, menahhow.mh@gmail.com, and we'll send you a location where you can come in and we can discuss, and hopefully we can get you in our podcast. But today, like I said, we have a very special guest. Let's see if we can get him. We can get him on the line here. Give me 1 second. Oh, what up? What up?
How you doing?
Good. So let me introduce everyone to our very special guest. This is TUT from the Uncharted Truth. Welcome to the channel. He's one of those investigators, one of those really top-notch investigators that are out there. We're trying to recruit him into KGA. As you can see, he's agent material. Look at this guy. Look at him.
And I'm very excited for it. Thank you for having me, Naughty D.
Yeah. So what do you got for us today? Our viewers are very excited to hear your stories. I know you're out there how you call it, gathering in some information. You're also putting it in the books. What do you got for us today?
Well, today I'm not sure. I'm kind of nervous at the moment right now. I don't know what to tell you. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet everyone. Well, my background story, what would you like to know?
Everything about you.
Well, my parents were both from secret agencies. I grew up in the field. Even when I was a little kid, I was already being trained in the high, skills of being an agent. I never made the cut, so I decided to, take my own path and create my own investigation organization, and that's what I did. I ended up calling it the Uncharted Truth. Now all I do is just investigate haunted places. I go and visit sites where there's UFOs, like UFO activity. So I do all this stuff, and it's a lot of work, and someone has to do it, and
That's right.
I have to step up.
That's right. Yeah. So I've been seeing a lot of videos. You also do comedy.
Yes, I do comedy. My mom always said that I was a joke and I wasn't good for anything. So now I'm making her proud. So, it's the best thing I could do, like trying to make my mom proud.
Yeah. You know what they say, you got to honor your parents, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I'm really excited, when I thought I was the only organization out there. My organization is just made up of one person, which is me.
Yeah.
But when I heard about the KGA, like, I was really excited. I looked into you guys, and I was given the application. I forget his name. Agent Daniel or something like that.
Oh, that beautiful bitch. I'm sorry, that beautiful monster. Yeah. So I know you had actually had some contact with him. He's been off planet for a while. We're still waiting for his safe return. He's been doing a lot of investigations out in the outer sphere paranormal space, and I think that's where you encountered this gentleman, right? Where it's like,
yes, I was on mission, and I was called in to investigate a paranormal activity that was going on between a lady and another ghost. Apparently her mother had died, but the mother was still haunting her, and so there was a lot of activity going on, and I got invited. But since I'm more of a detective, I show up to the scene and gather information. But you guys, the KGA, you guys are more like higher ups. So
Correct.
you guys come and you guys run the show. And that's where I met Agent Daniel. he was there, and he knew about me, I guess. It seems like you guys know about everyone.
Yes.
And he had my file, and he asked me if I was interested in the KGA. I said yes. I told him my background story, and then eventually he just gave me the application. But he did mention that it's really hard to join the KGA, and that there's that possibility that I won't join. So I really have my hopes up, and I really want to be part of you guys.
Well, there's two things there. First thing, he vouched for you, and he said a lot of good things about you. Uh, we keep in contact through smoke signals. Every once in a while, he sends me like a few puffs of smokes in the sky, and he told me that he met this amazing detective. He called you an agent. He said agent, but I know
Oh.
yeah, yeah. So he gave you that 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 status, which is cool. Um, the second thing is it is very hard to join the KGA. As you know, we're more secretive than the Oddfellows or the Masons, or the Free Gardeners. Our membership is worldwide and extends into the different realms and different planets. We try to keep order, and it seems like I know that you're trying to make your mom proud by being a joke, but jokes aside, you're a pretty funny guy.
I really appreciate that. I think a lot of my skits come from the pain. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You just let it out. Just let it out. Do you need a virtual hug? Do you need a hug?
It's just really hard. It's just like, I think a lot of this comes from like pain that I've been holding inside.
Yeah.
And I just want to be an agent.
Yeah, I know. Okay. See, now you're making me cry, and then you're crying, and then everyone's gonna cry, and just give us. Okay. You got yourself. You gather your thoughts.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. But it's from the looks of it, it really seems like you can make the cut. You know how long it took me to be an agent?
How long?
It took me centuries, and I'm half human. I don't know. I thought I was gonna die, but they gave me a serum that prolongs my life. And for some reason now I can shrink into this little tiny thing, and I don't know. It's crazy.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Here, let's wipe that tear. Let's wipe that tear off.
So I'm really excited. The petition, it did take a while for you guys to review the petition, and anyone out there that's actually trying to join the KGA and they put in their application and they're waiting, hang on, guys, hang on in there. Like, it's going to happen for us. And I heard that the training is rigorous, and Agent Daniel was telling me about how they fly you out to Planet Z, and where you get trained for about 6-7 months, and then you get put to the test, but you still have to make the cut. I'm kind of curious, like, what does that look like?
So you shouldn't even be knowing about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he kind of spilled a lot of the beans there. So if after this interview, if there's like a flash of light or something, or just random person knocks on your door and gives you something, or just take it, just take it. Nothing's bad's gonna happen to you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Just it's part of the initiation. It's part of the thing.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I just ended up covering the Men in Black. Does the Men in Black work for you guys, or are they part of the same organization? Do they work under you? How does that work?
So we get that a lot. They work for us. They are what we call the footmen.
Like extensions.
Correct. So like if I'm very lazy and I don't want to do anything, then we send the Men in Black. Or if something crazy happens and we don't know who to blame, we just kind of point the finger to the Men in Black, like, oh, it's the Men in Black.
Okay.
I like that word that gets tossed around a lot, like Illuminati.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know some people from Illuminati.
Yeah, so we blame them too for things when things happen and there's no explanation. Oh, the Illuminati, and KGA out of the radar. So it's
Yeah,
it's
right.
scapegoats. It's more of a scapegoats that we use them for. It's not really like we don't really use them for things. It's just for the
Mhm.
public eye. We work in the shadows. That's how we work best.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what other questions you have for me.
So actually, you recently, right? I'm looking here
Oh,
in your.
Dottie D, I have a question.
Yes, yes.
You sound a little bit different right now. Is there something wrong with your voice, or?
I'm glad you asked. Yes, yes, there is something wrong with my voice. Usually I'm a drunk mess, but I still am. It's just when we have these discussions, we have this technology that makes our voice change. So maybe one day I sound like this, the other day I sound like a shrieking monster. It just all depends. But
Right.
the reason is since on the podcast, I just have a feeling that people don't want to hear me talk like, I'm all drunk and stuff. And I feel like, people really, really need the information that we're declassifying here. So I need to
Yeah.
be clear on my words, so I have to have a clear mind and, clear attention. When I'm out in the field, you know what, man, life doesn't matter. I'm just going to go out there and punch some dragons and choke out some aliens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a different. I gotta calm down. I gotta pretend I'm a professor. At Yale. That's why.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I was like, he sounds a little bit different. He might be under the weather or something, but that's good to know. I wasn't aware that you guys had this type of technology, but
Correct.
it sounds like
Yeah,
it's some high class stuff right there. You know?
yeah. It's funny you're talking about voices. You sound a little familiar yourself,
Oh, I do. I like who?
like like my partner actually. You have a very
Really?
sexy voice. Yeah.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or an insult because
All
I
I'm
heard he's a
saying
really big
is,
drunk.
if I'm knocking at your door or your window at night, just open it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, open
Don't
it. Okay.
open it. Let
Yeah, I
me.
mean, I don't know. I heard he's a big drunk, and I don't know. Rumor has it that he probably got suspended for drinking and on the job. Like I don't know.
We all do that in the KGA. I'm always drunk on the job. He just got sent off planet for a little bit. That was a little bit of an incident there, but he had to go investigate some things off planet, and you know we're waiting for his swift return. Hopefully he could come back, and we can get him back, investigating the paranormal. Declassifying it. Taking it to the next level. Because like right now, I know you kind of been watching the channel, and we've been doing a lot of like we've been chasing more characters, right?
Yeah.
I want to actually start going out and like looking for the Mothman. I miss him. I miss my friend. I miss
Yeah.
Dick, but I don't know, man. Like they don't return my calls, so I'm worried about him. But
Oh,
I can't
hopefully
go
everything's good.
I can't go looking for him because I don't have my partner. I need my
Yeah.
partner. So hopefully he returns really soon. And I know he was like in the last time I heard he was like on Titan, which is a moon on Saturn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, and a little fun fact, some people think hell's on Earth. It's actually it's on Saturn. You know, and he was just out there, just making sure that people were getting tortured the right way. No one was violating OSHA regulations or anything like that. So just trying to keep the peace in the torment. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a regular day at the job.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Like I feel like you guys do a lot for the community and for the world. Not to mention the dimension. Um, I'm just amazed with what you guys do, and it's a big urge of mine to actually be part of the KGA. And I know I keep emphasizing that, but it's because I'm pretty much kissing your ass right now because I really want to be part of it. So please let me be part of the KGA. I'm not sure if you're the right person to ask, or you could probably vouch for me too. I'm really happy that Agent Daniel was able to, vouch for me. It means a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
he really put in a really really good word, and he showed me a lot of your work, and so pretty much like right now it's just an introduction to like to you and to what you do, but on future I actually have I hope to have you on a little bit more so we can actually dive down into more of your investigations, and maybe we can go back and forth in discussing and breaking down some cryptics and stuff. More
Yeah, definitely. When it
that,
comes to that, I have a lot of information. I've done a lot of cases on that, especially when it comes to urban legends. I've done a lot of cases on that. I just recently got off a case, a really difficult case with the slith mouth woman.
yeah,
I'm not sure if you're familiar with her.
yeah,
Um, I had to go pay a visit to her because she was causing problems again. And for those that don't know who she is, the slith mouth woman, and she's this lady that was murdered back in the 1600s, through the 16 and 1800s, and she was married to a samurai, and she ended up cheating on the samurai, and the samurai got mad, upset, and slit her mouth from ear to ear, and eventually she started like haunting people. And the crazy thing about her is that she can appear to anyone at any time,
it doesn't
anywhere.
matter. It doesn't
You
matter
know,
where you're at.
and the scary part
Oh,
about it,
don't scare me like that.
is everything okay?
Yeah, I thought I saw her, but we're good.
Oh no, yeah, you don't want to see her, man. Like she's like she's a little, she has mood swings,
Mm,
but and it's scarier because nowadays everyone's wearing surgical masks because of whole COVID,
yeah.
and she's known to wear a surgical mask, and she'll come up to you and ask you, "Do you think I'm pretty?" And if any of you guys ever encounter, do not say yes or no. Just ask her, "Do you think you're pretty?" Because that gives you time to run away. Because if you answer, she will hurt you. So the best thing to do is just ask her, "Do you think you're pretty?" And when she starts thinking about it, just take off running.
Take
But it
off.
was a hard case, and I do a lot of these cases, and I do record and document some of these and share them with the public and all that, because like you guys at the KGA, the public deserves protection, the truth, and explanation to anything that's the mysterious and unknown to humankind.
Yes, yeah, and I totally agree. And this is the reason why the KGA decided to start declassifying things.
Yeah.
And giving permission to, like, let's say, the CIA to declassify UFOs. We try to do it through different avenues, and we appreciate individual agencies like yourself. Instead of trying to shut you guys down, what we want to do is embrace you guys, and bring to the table, or bring to the world, show the world the cases that you've discovered, because we all know the universe is a big place, and yes, we are everywhere, but there are times where we're not there, and we so happen to have people like yourself to document certain things, or we might be busy, and then we have people like yourself who are out there making a difference. So we thank you for all that.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you. Now that you mentioned that, you guys are everywhere. I remember when Agent Daniel, sorry about that, Agent Daniel asked me to meet with another agent, and I really can't remember the agent's name, but this agent asked me to meet them at a park, and there was about 100 people there. And I just remember when I went up to the agent, I was like, "How are you?" I think his name was Agent Alex. Um, and he was like, I'm good and everything. And then I asked him the same question. I was like, when you guys say that the KGA is everywhere, what exactly do you mean by that? And all he did was snap his fingers, and everyone at the park just stopped and looked at me. And he said, "These are all my agents." And I was surprised. I mean, like, you guys are literally everywhere, and you guys blend in, which is the craziest thing ever. I thought for a second that everyone was like a ghost or a demon that was part of the KGA, but you guys recruit everyone. And that's amazing. You guys don't segregate people and discriminate. I like that.
Yep. And people like myself, as you can tell, I'm not that good looking, but um
Oh, you're very handsome.
well, thank you for what I am, right? For what I am, you're right. But it got a lot of getting used to being in public and being in my skin, because sometimes people think it's a mask. It's not a mask. This is my face. This is
Yeah, I heard that you were going through a procedure where you were trying to convert yourself into a human, right? And you just stopped midway.
yeah, yeah. So I have human hands, which don't do me any good now. Um, but I still have my demon abilities. I don't want to show them, but I used to have really cool hands. That's what I was saying. Like really cool hands. Now I have these weird stubby.
Now, is this like something that you did to yourself, or this is part of your evolution since you're half human and half demon?
So it was more like shedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's just stopped, like it stopped right here, and then it just that was it. Like my chest, I can do that. You can see my chest, but
Yeah.
that's as far as it goes. It's just weird, my mom's an angel, and then my dad's a demon.
Hmm.
And during that process, I don't know what happened, but some human DNA got in. They didn't want to tell me. I think it was one of like those Zeus situations where he came down, like swooping like a eagle, and then, human about Chico. Wow, wow. I think it was one of those things,
Yeah.
and 10 years later, here I am. It takes that
Oh
long.
man.
It took that long, yeah.
Yeah.
I started as an egg, you know,
Egg.
an egg, yeah. It started as an egg, and then it just became a bigger egg, and it became a bigger egg, and then it popped. There was a rabbit,
Hmm.
and then from that rabbit, it turned into a frog, and then it turned into a tadpole, which was weird. I don't know why it turned, and then turned back into an egg, and then I came out.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with your species. Actually, you and Agent Daniel, I'm not really familiar with you guys' species. But so this is like news to me.
Yeah, well, see, the thing about Agent Daniel is, I don't know where he's from. I thought he was a vampire, but I don't think he is. I think he's like a vampire race, but from a different planet. Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
but
assumed he was a vampire for a second too.
yeah. So I mean, I have to confirm with him on his species. I sometimes it's kind of like, it's like you don't ask white people, are you white? It's kind of one of those things where it's just we just kind of don't ask, and
Yeah.
you know I had to take him under my wing, so I was just kind of like didn't really want to ask. It felt kind of awkward, but I think I'm gonna ask when I see him, or whenever I get in contact with. I am gonna ask him, and I'll give you some answers.
So, Agent Naughty D, now that I have you here, I still have one question. I'm sorry, but I've been having this question on my mind, and I've been meaning to ask Agent Daniel, but it's super hard to get in contact with him.
Right.
So the treaty, I'm not sure. I can't. I don't want to chop up the name of the treaty, but I know it's a treaty between three realms:
Correct.
the intergalactic realm, the human realm, and the spiritual realm, where you guys maintain the peace among these realms, and you guys are like the guardians. Can you? I'm not really sure how what's it about. Can you kind of explain it?
Yes. So the name for sure is 3R Pacto, the 3R Pacto, which is the Three Realm Peace Amity Coalition Treaty, and this was established like back in the 5th century. Um, and yeah, so it's three realms. We had to write guidelines, laws, bylaws for the three realms, and we have to abide by those laws. And it's just pretty much to keep the peace between the three. Sometimes we overstep boundaries, and KGA comes in and arrest people or things or creatures, and we send them back to the realms. So that's what we do here is we investigate, and we look for just anything that doesn't belong in this realm. And if they don't have like permission to be on this realm, then unfortunately we have to send them back. But it's a case by case. Sometimes a lot of these creatures are escaping genocide or something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, so there's these cases. So it's very political at this point. But we will get into that a little later on.
Yeah.
But it's a peace treaty. We just trying to keep the peace within the realms. You have the humans, you have the spiritual, and then you have the paranormal. So those three combined is the 3R Pacto. that you're talking about. And if you look up, if you try to Google this, guys, and you try to look for it online, you're not going to find this information. Okay, this information, you're only going to find it here. All right, only here.
Yeah. The only way that the only reason I know about it was because when Agent Daniel introduced himself and everything, he asked me if I was I forgot what he called it, but he asked me if I was like if I worked for the organization, the coalition of the treaty, and I was completely like confused. I didn't know what he was referring to, but that's when he got really interested, because he says that I portray and walked and really carry myself like an agent of the KGA, which is a big compliment to me for me. Like I admire you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I admire the KGA. You guys have this big thing going for you guys, and you guys are really the heroes.
Well, the real heroes are the little people like yourself.
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the Agent Oddity.
Yeah, and we do look more forward to working with you more, and investigate. Hopefully we can start investigating some cases and really put you out on the field and see what you're worth. You've seen the requirements. We're actually going to go through the requirements maybe in the next episode, and talk a little bit more about your cases, and just let the audience give the audience exactly what they want. They want to hear the facts about these, about this paranormal stuff and these creatures that haunt us in the night. So I think that's all the questions I have for today. Do you have any more questions, Mr. Tut?
No, I mean, besides if I can make a little small shout out to people.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Well, not a shout out, a request, that don't give up, you guys. If you guys are trying to join the KGA, make sure to put in your application, make sure you study really hard. These guys are the real thing. These guys have bylaws, rules, and they follow them 100% straight. And if you meet an agent of the KGA, cherish that moment.
It's real.
But thank you for having me. Thank you for having this conversation with me. I'm always going to carry this in my heart. I really appreciate it.
No worries, Ty. Like I say, we really appreciate you. And for all the people who are watching on YouTube, I'm gonna have the link down in the description. If you guys are on the Spotify, please check them out. Is the Uncharted Truth. We're gonna have links for that. I think we can do that on Spotify. I'll figure it out. But yeah, go check him out. He has some really good stuff, really funny stuff. Very informative stuff when it comes down to the paranormal, the weird and the strange. So go check out his channel, guys. Would appreciate it 100%. And like I said, thanks for checking this out and tuning in and listening to us. A huge thanks to you, to the Uncharted Truth. Continue doing what you're doing. I love the comedy stuff. It's hilarious, bro. Like, it's really hilarious, man. You have me laughing, man. So keep doing that, man. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Agent Naughty D. Thank you.
No worries. You have a good day.
You too.